Hello, welcome or welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here because this video, I've been wanting to make it for a very long time. I wanted to give you a little tour of my Notion, and I wanted to make sure that I've been using it for a while and making sure that I'm showing you all the things that I actually do use on Notion. Notion can be quite daunting at first. That's only because it can be used for a lot of different things and can be highly customizable. So I wanted to try out a few different things and show you what I've been using it for. And then I'll also be showing you a little bit of what I thought I could use it for and then decided not to use it in Notion and instead use it in another app. So Notion can be used for a lot of different things. People use it as students, they use it as business owners, or just how to organize your time and your tasks. The number one thing that stood out to me when I started to use Notion is how excited I was to start using it, but how overwhelming it was because it was really just a blank page. You can really customize it and design it however you want. There is a whole, section on databases, and if you use Notion to its full extent, you can do so many great things on it, but it's quite daunting at first and it's quite overwhelming. So that's why I decided to go with templates at first to kind of get me started and see what I really loved about it. And so templates is a really great way to get started on Notion and to kind of walk you through a little bit of the basics. So I won't keep you waiting for too long. Let's head over to my computer and I'll show you a little bit of what my Notion looks like. We're here. Welcome to my Notion dashboard. I'm really looking forward to giving you the grand tour of the different things that I use on Notion. But first, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the templates that I used for this whole setup, because I think the templates were really, really helpful for me to get past the learning curve very quickly and to start using it really efficiently and just figuring it out and just tinkering with it. So that was really, really great. The first template that I used, I actually bought a pack from Michelle B. So this is a great shout out to you, girl. You're welcome. This template was really, really great. And there's some elements that I used of it and some elements I got rid of. And then there's also some templates from Jules Acree that I used in terms of workflow and content and all of that good stuff. So Michelle B's templates were really a good personal development Notion pack, and then Jules had a lot of work related Notion packs. Those are the two that I used. As you can see, if you know these templates, a lot of them got slashed because I really had to be honest with myself of which pages that I was actually going to use, because I wanted everything to be clean, everything to be streamlined, and I can find things really easily. And so if it was cluttered with things that I actually didn't use, I wasn't really going to be gravitated towards using Notion. There's a lot of great templates out there and great resources out there that you can use. Some of them are free and some of them that you have to pay. No matter your budget, you can start using Notion pretty quickly. So the great thing about templates as well is that it can set up some databases that might be, kind of a learning curve to use. So that is also a great way to avoid overwhelm. This is kind of what it looks like right now. This is what I've been putting on the dashboard. And like I said, there were a lot of things that I've slashed from the template, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour of things that I thought I was going to use on Notion, but then I decided to move to another platform for those reasons. So for my Notion, I use it for my habits and routines, my meetings with my spouse, but most importantly, I use it for my content ideas and content creation for YouTube and for my social media. So those were the main aspects that I was using it for. So here is my life dash, and this is kind of how Michelle kind of used it. And at first I was using it like a personal quick reference here, so all of the pages that I use the most in my personal life, and then I have the work quick reference here where I used to put some tasks for my clients. I used to put my finances here, and then here I have my content map, which I still currently use. So I kept these two here to kind of give you an idea of trial and error, things that I thought I was going to use and I decided not to. So I had a master to-do list for my client work, but I decided to ultimately start using Asana. And the main reason for that is because my clients personally have their own clients of their own. And using Asana is way easier to share with everyone. If they started using Notion for all of their different clients, it would have to be a lot of different boards, basically. So my clients itself, they have a lot of business partners. It just made sense to have like a whole team on Asana, and it's really easy for me to see what kind of tasks I have for the day and kind of set expectations in terms of like timing. That's why it kind of worked better for me. So the clients tab can be slashed, basically. I wanted to show you kind of how I set it up. And I also did put like quick reference on Google Sheets that we used and all of that stuff, but now everything has been transitioned to Asana. So now I can delete this client section. And now everything's just a lot more clean and things that I actually used. Another page that I thought I was going to use a lot, and I decided to move to another platform that made more sense, was my finances tab. I used to put all of my expenses just on a database like this, and I would put all my business expenses so I wouldn't forget little things that I would buy here and there, a template here, a platform that I subscribe to here, like all those little things that you might forget to add to your bookkeeping at the end of the month. I would add them right here. And then I was like, I'll figure it out at the end of the year when I have to do it. I met with an accountant, and she basically explained to me that the platform that I currently use for invoicing, which is Wave, I can start bookkeeping and upkeeping my books automatically on Wave instead of just having a million and one databases. So instead of keeping my expenses here, I decided to just put all of my expenses right on Wave so that I can see how much I'm making versus how much I'm spending, and it's a lot easier to see where I'm at in the year and so on. I still like to have a finance section because my partner and I have monthly finance meetings, and we like to talk about our future goals and what we've been spending money on, and to kind of get us aligned on what we need to do for the month. I won't show you this page just because there's a lot of personal information on there, but if you would like a, in-depth on this personal monthly finance meetings, I would definitely recommend Jules's video on how she kind of walks through it. Let's go back to the Life Dash, shall we? The rest of the Life Dash is kind of my goals and my weekly map and my daily tracker of things that I want to get done and habits that I want to upkeep. And then I also have my master to-do list here that I have a couple of things that I just want to keep top of mind, keep things done. These are really good, like little reminders. Every time I go on Notion, I can look at these and have these life map goals. So I have a discovery call template that I'm kind of working away at, and my life map goal, which when I started my business was to hit 4K every month. And so I have my goals all written out in here. And then my other goal was to launch my photo shoot prepping service, which I did this week. So exciting. And so let me just open this one here because it's complete. I love this template because it gives you a lot of really great prompts on your actual goals and why you want to set these goals. And so you have your prompts here, your principles, your ideal outcome, your anti-vision, brainstorm, and then your timeline. Every single little task that you need to do, you'll put it in this goal, and it's all beautifully packaged into one sheet. So this is a really great way to have like your top of mind goals in front of you every single week. So now that I've given you a quick look at the dashboard and a little insight on different pages that I thought I would use, but then decided not to, let's just go down the list and show you all the good little bits and pieces that I absolutely love using. And we're going to start with the shared page that I have here, which is the content map. So this is the only shared page that I have. I share it with my sister, who is also my editor, and this is where we have all of the beautiful content made and, realized and brought to life. This is a really, really great template, and I took it off of Jules's templates, but she's also used it from someone else. So I'll try to get the first initial creator for this template, but it's fantastic and I would highly recommend it. I have here the video project tracker, and it has all of my ideas and all of the different things that I might want to talk about either on my blog, on my YouTube, or on my Instagram. And then here is the tracker of the different things that we are currently working on. And this also gives me a great idea of where my sister is in terms of her workflow and all of that stuff. Here is like where I can share the thumbnails and the description and just have everything streamlined into one place. And so I absolutely love it. And I also, right on the bottom here, created target audience avatars. This has helped me significantly hone in a little bit more of what type of content that I want to do for my YouTube channel. So I created 4 avatars, and I kind of gave an idea of what these people could look like, what are their goals, what type of content that they watch, and just their offline and online behavior. It gives me an idea of what they might be interested in and what are things that I could talk about that I love that they would love as well. So I really, really love this exercise, and I think I'll do a more in-depth video of target audience avatars and how it's really helped hone in kind of what type of content that I want to do. And so that has really helped a lot. And this is my most used page. It has really helped me for my YouTube videos in general. So let's go on to Getting Things Done, which is my personal page for my goals and my weekly and monthly resets. There's some pages in here that I don't use very often, but it's good to have as like a reference. And so here is Getting Things Done. This is from the Michelle V template, and there is some quick navigations here, and then my high priority master to-do list. So let's start off with weekly reset. This is a really great reference page to take a look at if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling anxious about a week and you don't know where to put your head. This is a really great way to kind of just reset and have some to-dos that you can do to kind of make you feel better. And so there's the life reset here, get clear, get current, and ideas of different things that you can do to reset your week, your month, and quarterly, and all of that good stuff. Next, trigger list and areas of focus. Pretty similar to the weekly reset, but it's also just really great prompts to get your mind working of like, oh, I forgot I needed to do this, this, or that. And these are really great reminders of different things that you might have to do throughout the week. So it has like a lot of great prompts here that I love to keep around, that I don't use all that much, but it's good to have as like a reference. Then I have my personal to-do list. These are not the to-dos for my client work, but just like around the house, major like life goals that I think maybe someday I'll want to do. So I put it all in this master to-do list, and it's a really great way for me to remember specific things. And now a quick look at the other pages. Here is the goals and projects page, which is the same page that's on the dashboard. This is just the page that's linked to the dashboard. So it's the same concept, all of my life goals that I can add and put more details in. Then I have the monthly and quarterly resets. Again, another beautiful prompt list that I can refer to in the future for monthly, quarterly, and just bigger picture things. And then here's another fun other someday lists. I got the reading list, the birthday list, experiences to create, all of that good stuff. I don't really, use this that much, but I like to have something there. If ever I see something online, I can just add it quickly to the reading list. Let's go down to wish list, which is one that I used in Jules's templates. This is a really great way for me to marinate on like anything that I want to buy that might be a big purchase. So I have like here a microphone for computer and mouse and just like a camera. I might bring this back to wanting to buy this camera, so we'll see, but it's just things that I can jot down and I won't be doing unnecessary spending per se. I like to have this page here. Here is the commonplace book page. As you might or might not know, I absolutely love personal development books. I do have a video series on my Instagram where I do like little recaps of personal development books and whatnot. In the commonplace book page, that's where the book list is also linked. So these are like the same pages basically. But in the commonplace book page, I can reference a lot more and add a lot more detail. So if there's an interesting article or a video that I see online that could be good for my content, I'll, capture it here, some quotes that I can use on my Instagram. I tend to use Audible for, using all my books. So anything I'm interested in or want to listen to, I'll add them here. But it's a really great little hub that I can capture anything that I need to create content, which is really, really helpful for me. And then here for some fun extras, I have packing checklists, picnic and beach, weekly cleaning, bounce back checklist, and then my weekly marriage meeting agenda. So every few weeks or so, my partner and I, we do a little meeting agenda. I'm not going to open it because there's some, personal information on there. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of what it is. So we talk about what we appreciated about each other during the week, and we talk about the chores and commitments that we have to do during the week if there's anything that's going on. And then we also talk about maybe things that didn't go so well during the week and discuss about it. It's just a really great way to be in sync, be in line, and have the same goals moving forward. And I think it's really helpful for anyone who is in a long-term relationship and just want to better their communication and whatnot. So it's a really great list and I would highly recommend it. So that was an overview of my Notion. As you can see, I use it a lot to collect information. I use it as a reference point and to just organize my business. And so I know there's a lot of different great ways to use it, and this is how I found that I can use it effectively, is to take some templates that I loved and to just remove the ones that no longer serve me. And so if you have any more tips or tricks on how to use Notion, if there's things that you thought maybe I missed, I would love to know, because I love just keep learning about this platform and learning about new platforms that could help my business and my personal life in the future. And so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!